Okay. Uh, so we have been talking about diction. So diction, as I said, is a collection of words, vocabulary, and it refers to the syntax. Now, are you familiar with the term syntax? Are you familiar with syntax? Okay, let's say syntax is an arrangement of the words. The way the words are arranged is referred to as syntax. So the diction is determined by vocabulary and syntax. You need to understand that. Diction in poetry is determined by vocabulary and syntax. Vocabulary is the words from the language, from the given language. In our case, it is English words. We are referring to English words, but it can be the words from any language. So it is determined. Determined means decided by, by vocabulary and syntax. And the term diction further refers to the writer's choice and ordering of words, ordering of phrases, ordering of sentence structures, and even the figurative language, ordering of metaphors, ordering of simile, ordering of personification. Okay, so overall, the term diction refers to the writer's, the poet's choice. There are many words in a language. In any language, there can be many words. But the writer make the choice, the poet make the choice of some words only. Okay, so diction refers to that. Now, for example, when I'm talking in this class, I'm making choice of the words. Similarly, the poet also makes the choice, the writer of a book makes the choice of words. We often learn poetry. For example, on that day we understood that Coleridge defines poetry as the best words in best order. So the writer makes the choice of words, and these words or phrases are arranged in a systematic manner so that it becomes different from our डे टू डे लँग्वेज. म्हणजे आपल्या दैनंदिन जीवनामध्ये आपण जी भाषा वापरतो त्या भाषेपेक्षा काव्याची भाषा वेगळी असते. ती का वेगळी असते? वाय इज इट डिफरंट फ्रॉम द लँग्वेज दॅट वी यूज इन आर डे टू डे लाईफ? Because the poet makes the choice of special words, and the poet arranges them in a very different manner. We saw on that day a poem in Marathi. There are many other such poems. I mentioned Kusmagraj's poem, प्रेम म्हणजे, पुरे झाले चंद्र सूर्य, पुरे झाल्या तारा, पुरे झाले नदी नाले, पुरे झाल्या वारा, जाळासारखा नजरेत नजर बांधून पहा. Okay, something of this kind. I don't remember all lines. I'm just quoting the lines that I remember. सांग तिला, सांग तिला तुझ्या मिठीत स्वर्ग आहे सारा. ओके. उन्हाळ्यातला ढगांसारखा हवेत रासील फिरत, उन्हाळ्यातला ढगांसारखा हवेत रासील फिरत, जास्तीत जास्त 12 महिने बाई बसेल झुरत. नाव लुक एट द चॉईस. झुरत, फिरत अशी चॉईस जी असते, म्हणजे यमक जुळतील याची काळजी घेतो. ही टेक्स केअर ऑफ द राईम स्कीम. ओके, नंबर वन. देन उन्हाळ्यातल्या ढगांसारखा, दिस इज सिमिली. त्याला आपण सिमिली म्हणतो, द कम्पॅरिझन बिटवीन टू डिसिमिलर थिंग्स. So man is compared with dhag, okay, clouds. So this is simile. This is how the poet makes choice of the words, and that refers to diction. याला आपण diction म्हणतो. लक्षात घ्या. So in our day-to-day life, or in scientific language, in other varieties of language, diction is used, but that is highly formal. That is in objective. But the writer uses different varieties of words, what we call as diction. Now, what is the purpose? त्यामागे काय कारण आहे? कवी विशिष्ट शब्दांचा, विशिष्ट वाक्यांचा, विशिष्ट वाक्यप्रचाराचा, विशिष्ट अलंकारिक भाषेचा वापर करतो. The poet uses different sentence structures, different words, different phrases, different figurative language. What is the purpose behind it? हेतू काय आहे याच्यामध्ये? Because these decisions, the writer's choice, the poet choice of words, choice of sentence structure, choice of phrases, choice of figurative language, combine to create particular meaning. Okay, the poem becomes very appealing. It conveys particular meaning. Now, if you take an example of a charori, a quatrain, a Marathi quatrain from मी माझा. आय रिमेंबर, इथे प्रत्येक जण आपापल्या घरात, इथे प्रत्येक जण आपापल्या घरात, प्रत्येकाचं दार बंद आहे. इथे प्रत्येक जण आपापल्या घरात, प्रत्येक जण आपापल्या घरात, प्रत्येकाचं दार बंद आहे. एकोप्यावर बोलण्याचा मात्र प्रत्येकाचा छंद आहे. आता पहा इथे कवींनी कशी शब्दांची रचना, शब्दांचं निवड केलेली आहे, ती रचना केलेली आहे. बंद आणि छंद यमक जुळतं इथं. ओके, इथे प्रत्येकजण आपापल्या घरात आणि प्रत्येकाचं दार बंद आहे. एकोप्यावर बोलण्याचा मात्र प्रत्येकाचा छंद आहे. प्रत्येकाचा दार बंद आहे, प्रत्येकाचं छंद आहे. सो दिस इज द अरेंजमेंट. It makes the language more appealing. It conveys the meaning very effectively. So different levels of diction convey different types of meaning. Okay, for example, you must have heard the poem in a nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jim came trembling after. Now look at the arrangement of the words. Jack and Jill, J, J. इथं काय केलेलं आहे पहा, you can see Jack and Jill. The name, the choice of the names is also effective. Jack and Jill. Both the names begin with J. So this is called alliteration. Went up the hill. Jill, hill. To fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down. Okay, Jack fell down and broke his crown. Fell down, broke his crown. Jim came trembling after, water after. So this is how the arrangement is made. So the chosen words convey the writer's attitude or tone, and even create certain feelings in the reader. So it conveys the poem's mood as well. And the choice of the words can be from day-to-day language, from scientific language. It can be casual. So it depends on the poem's theme, we can say. Okay, so this is how we understand the choice of words and the arrangement of words by the poet. And that makes it what you call highly appealing. So, what we understand through the discussion is that diction is all about the vocabulary and syntax. Okay, see, vocabulary helps one to convey the meaning, the tone, the mood in a very systematic and appealing manner. Okay, so this is what we understand about diction. The notes on these are available in your LMS. Okay, whenever you log in to your LMS account, the notes will be available.